Finally, money has an owner's manual. PNC, the thinking behind the money.
It's okay, it's not a live animal. It's not the shoes that you wanted.
The Lexus December to Remember sales event.
Your car, sir?
You'll find values you never believed possible.
A Ted.
You like it?
The December to Remember sales event ends January 2nd. Missing it would definitely spoil the surprise. See your New Jersey, Delaware, and Pennsylvania area Lexus dealer.
This is NBC10 News at 6.
The snow continues to fall in some parts of the Delaware Valley tonight. You can see it really coming down in Maple Shade, New Jersey just a short time ago.
Now a live picture from Penn's Landing. As we go on the air tonight, the snow totals range from 1 inch to more than a foot in some areas. Good evening, everyone. I'm Sharon Reed.
And I'm John Alston. Our top story on NBC 10 News at 6 is the first major storm of the season for a lot of people in the Delaware Valley.
And depending on where you live, you either saw a lot of snow or some of you didn't see much snow at all. The snow was coming down steadily in Colmar, Montgomery County this morning. NBC 10 along Route 309, where the snow plows were trying to get ahead of the motorists.
It was more slick and dangerous in Hilltown Township, Bucks County. A driver here lost control and went into a ditch at routes 309 and 113. There were no serious injuries.
And over in Mercer County, New Jersey, folks were dressed up like Eskimos, at least the little ladies. The boys, on the other hand, couldn't get enough playtime in the snow.
So now you've got to be wondering, how much snow exactly did we get today?
That's the question. Let's ask our expert, meteorologist Kathy Orr, is live in the Earthwatch Weather Center with a look at how much snow fell and exactly where. Kathy.
Well, it's really interesting, Sharon and John. You know, as you mentioned, there is quite a range, and the heaviest snow did fall basically through Bucks County into Mercer County, New Jersey, and to the north and to the east. But much of us still did get a significant amount. Take a look at these totals. We'll start to the north and west. In Allentown, so far 6 inches, but still seeing some light snow. In Bucks County, look at this. In Sellersville, 9 inches. In Warrington, 10 inches. Trenton, 13 inches. Philadelphia Airport, we're going to have to update that in a little bit. 6.6 inches late this afternoon, but still snowing. So I anticipate closer to 8 inches possible at the airport. Mount Laurel, 7 inches. Wrightstown, 12 inches. And down the shore, where we didn't see that much, only about 4 inches in Cape May and less in central and southern Delaware. The good news is our storm is winding down, slowly pulling away from the Delaware Valley. I wanted to show you live Doppler 10,000. You can see this really well. In Wilmington, you had a little light snow this afternoon, and this has come to an end. All of this precipitation is moving toward the northeast, possibly moving back toward New York City. Right now, though, still seeing some moderate accumulation through parts of Philadelphia County, also through Camden and Burlington County. I'm going to zoom in to the Camden area, where we have been seeing the light to moderate snow, and you will be seeing additional accumulation. On Maple Avenue and Marlton Pike and Cherry Hill, you continue to see some moderate snow. Gang, you're going to be seeing it for a couple more hours to come. Our own Terry Ruggles joins us live now from Maple Shade. And Terry, I can feel your pain. I'm looking at you on live Doppler 10,000, and boy, it's still coming down.
Kath, what do they call this, the wraparound effect?
It absolutely is, Terry. This is the back edge of the storm. The storm's actually moving over Long Island, and you're seeing the back side of it.
Well, I don't care which side it's coming from. I just want to tell you it's still coming. 8 inches of snow here in Maple Shade, New Jersey. We're in the far southern end of Burlington County, right next to Pennsauken and Camden County. So chalk up 8 inches on your chart here. Further north, much more snow. We saw it all today. It started well before dawn, and at times came down at more than an inch an hour. As the snow built up on the roadways, even the big boys were having trouble getting around.
As soon as you stop, you can't get back up the hill.
Convoys of plow trucks tried to keep the highways clear, but in some places the snow was falling faster than the plows could keep up. Route 295 looked like a country road, and visibility was poor.
Delaware, it started snowing on us.
Bad? Hard seeing? Visibility bad?
Probably about 25, 30 miles after it started snowing, then you couldn't even see the road hardly.
And the further north you traveled, the more snow you saw. 11 inches in Hamilton Township, Mercer County.
Oh, I love it. I get a kick out of snow.
I hate winter. What more can I say?
Love it or hate it, we all have to deal with it. Postman Bob Allen has to work in it. Rob, what do you got on?
Just those thermals, regular jacket, boots.
Do the legs get tired in snow this deep?
It's a little extra workout today. Burn a few extra calories.
Others burned a few extra calories playing in the white stuff, but sooner or later, most people had to deal with digging out.
This is light. Right now it's light. Well, if you wait, it gets harder and it gets, it makes it tougher.
Yeah, and if it keeps snowing like this, it's going to get deeper and deeper. That's it from lower Burlington County. We're talking about 8 inches of snow, and it's okay with you. I'm calling it a day so I can go home and shovel my driveway. Reporting live from Maple Shade, I'm Terry Ruggles, NBC 10 News.
All right, Terry, great job today. Now, this Gloucester County man is lucky to be alive tonight after slamming his quad runner into a postal truck. It happened this morning in Washington Township. Police say the quad runner was traveling too fast on the snow-covered road when it slammed into the truck. Now, the driver of the quad runner was taken to the hospital as a precaution. Tonight, police tell us he's okay.
Bucks County is also one of the areas in the Delaware Valley that received its fair share of snow. Yes, the Earthwatch weather team says about 8 inches of snow fell in Doylestown. We also traveled to Horsham in Montgomery County, where we find a lot of people enjoying this taste of winter. NBC 10's Tim Lake continues our live team coverage. He is live in the Bucks-Montgomery County line. Tim.
Yes, John, good evening. We are right along Route 611, the big Willow Grove Air Base, Lancer's Diner. We've measured almost 10 inches of snow here behind us. But come over here, let me show you what the problem is. That's a north wind on our scarf blowing across here, and it's causing the drifting snow that's already coming across Route 611. Cars and traffic is getting by, but it is very difficult driving tonight. That was a different story, though. Earlier today in Bucks County, we went out today and found people without this wind simply enjoying today's snow. Bucks County got enough snow to get out the snowmobiles that normally have to be hauled to the Poconos.
Absolutely. We would usually have to go to the Poconos or New York, but not now. Now we can ride in downtown Warrington.
This is a pleasant surprise, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It really is.
Okay.
It's awesome.
There was also enough snow for the kids to build a snow fort.
We haven't had a blizzard for 3 years.
At C&C Ford in Horsham, Montgomery County, the sales staff took advantage of the snow for an ice football game.
We're getting ready for the Eagles game.
Selling any cars today?
None. Not a one.
Doylestown, Bucks County looks like a winter scene postcard from New England. Cross-country skiers are filling the parks where there's almost a foot of snow. And here is a 100-year-old tradition in Doylestown. Kids and adults fill Mercer Museum Park for sledding, tubing, and tobogganing.
Yeah!
Well, it may have been fun today, but it's certainly a different story tonight with this blowing, drifting snow. It's making driving very difficult, and as Kathy says, this wind is going to continue through the night. So who knows what we're up against if you're out here driving tonight. Live on the Bucks-Montgomery County line, I'm Tim Lake, NBC 10 News.
Tim, thank you. And now it'll be quite some time before things are back to normal in Manayunk. The section of the city got slammed today. NBC 10 News along Fleming Street. In the distance, we caught one guy shoveling snow. But over the course of the day, even more snow fell, covering up all his hard work. Now, earlier today in Manayunk, an accident caused several hundred power outages. But now power is restored.
Timing is everything. The wintry mess arrives as Philadelphia is getting ready for a very big weekend. You have the Eagles playoff game and New Year's Eve celebrations tomorrow. Mayor John Street was out in the snow today touring the city, making sure the streets are all clear. One of the stops was Veterans Stadium, and that is where NBC 10's Luann Kahn joins us now live with that part of our continuing coverage. Luann.
You know, we all know one of the ways we judge a new mayor in this town is how he does on a day like today. And that is why, well, first, the mayor wanted to keep the city moving, and second, he had the big bonus test of trying to get the stadium ready under difficult conditions for tomorrow's playoff game. You can see we've got over 100 people working the stands, clearing snow. They've worked their way from 7 this morning from the top to the bottom to get everything ready. And let me show you how they're trying to keep this field nice and dry. We're going to go under the tarp. Now it's going to be dark here for a minute. This is like going into a hot house. It's like a sauna in here, 90 degrees. But I've got to tell you, this field is dry. The mayor says he's sparing no expense. He wants high marks from the folks who live in the city and the folks coming to visit.
Now, we have to pay for snow. We might as well have some fun.
And Mayor John Street started his tour of the city with a downhill slide.
So BYOB, bring your own bed on vacation, on business trips, in your camper, on your boat, or even keep a spare in your car trunk. It's like sleeping on air, anytime, anywhere, even every night. The AeroBed gives you the same comfort and support of premium mattresses at only a fraction of the cost, with luxury features like the exclusive adjustable support sleep system and the one-touch comfort control that instantly adjusts the bed from soft to firm while you stay in bed. Plus, the AeroBed deflates in about 5 seconds for easy storage, using 80% less space than a rollaway bed. The Aero Extra Bed in a Minute is non-allergenic and easy to clean. And best of all, it uses all your standard size linens. Your AeroBed comes complete with the attached electric airflow pump, the one-touch comfort controls, and patented quick-release deflation valve, all for just 4 easy payments of only $33. But listen to this. If you call within the next 30 minutes, we'll take off an entire payment. Through this special television offer, you'll receive the AeroBed for just 3 easy payments of $33. Plus, as a special bonus, we'll give you this convenient carrying bag absolutely free. Get your credit card ready and call the toll-free number on your screen now, or send check or money order to the address shown. You can get the Aero Extra Bed in a Minute sleep system for just 3 easy payments of $33, plus shipping and handling, with a full 30-day money-back guarantee. And if you call right now, we'll even give you the carrying bag absolutely free. Call the toll-free number on your screen now.
Next week on Atmospheres, guiding ships in and out of port is rough when the weather is bad. Plus, the weather may be the secret ingredient to making award-winning wines. Don't miss Atmospheres, hosted by meteorologists Jim Cantori and Mish Michaels, Wednesdays at 8 on the Weather Channel.
Right now, it's time for your local forecast on the Weather Channel. Currently in your area, 25 degrees with light snow. The forecast for your area. Expect fair skies Monday through Wednesday with temperatures in the 20s on Monday.
First, there was the ice storm across the south, and now the snow just keeps piling up in the northeast and midwest, where some places have gotten as much as 2 feet of snow in the past 24 hours. Good evening and welcome to this special edition of Weather Center, sponsored by American Power Conversion. I'm Warren Madden.
And I'm Lisa Moser. We have hard freeze warnings to update you on. They are in effect deep into Florida's citrus country. That's not good. The year 2000 not going out without a big fight. Forecast details are just ahead, but first the update to the northeast, that snowy scenario. It continues at this hour. Here are some of the numbers, but they are still climbing in a few areas, although some of the snow has been dissipating and things are looking a lot better across parts of the northeast. Jersey City slapped around quite a bit with this big snow maker. We are looking at Princeton, Jersey, just about 50 miles north of the Philadelphia vicinity. 14 inches of snow. Syracuse, New Jersey, 13. Yonkers, just north of New York City, 12 inches of snow. Newark, New Jersey, 12 inches of snow. Looking at Worcester, Massachusetts, we may be seeing more snow add on to this 7 inches currently. A few more. Not time to mention them all, but lots of snow here in North Jersey. Looking at Randolph, New Jersey, 26 inches. Vernon, New Jersey at 26 also. White Plains, New Jersey, over a foot at 16 inches of snow. Yeah, we are looking very much like winter here across the Northeast. Transportation, a little bit better across Long Island. Right now we are looking at most of the highways and byways, at least with some salt, sand, and a lot of scraping going on. Now, if you do have to travel in New York, there's a couple of things you need to know. One is that the roads are being cleaned and repeatedly cleaned in a number of areas. Buses, a number of them were reported as stuck earlier, but buses are running in New York City at this time. The subways are also running, and for tomorrow, the big New Year's celebration, extra subways will be running tomorrow, so the celebration is not going to be hampered by this big snowfall. We are looking at the snow history, and you can see this big orange or this big magenta coloring that does include Trenton and Princeton, all the way up towards the Schenectady, New York vicinity, over a foot of snow, and some areas still receiving some snow. Our winter weather expert is going to tell us about the life of this storm, especially for tonight and through tomorrow. But let me just add that this low pressure area tracking to the northeast continues to wind up. The pressure is falling rapidly in a number of areas, Boston included, and the wind, it's really picked up. In just the last 6 hours, we've been looking at winds gusting 30 to 30 miles per hour, so a very cold night to say the least. Warren?
The Weather Channel has a team of meteorologists following the situation with this winter storm. The two who drew the short straw or the long straw, depending upon their opinion on the snow, they've wound up right straight in the mid of the thick of things. Mike Seidel in Lowell, Massachusetts. Jennifer Lopez in New York City. Mike, long straw or short straw?
I think I got the long straw. It's not a bad night out here. You know, I was in Minneapolis a couple of weeks ago, and the wind chill was 42 below. And tonight it's 31 degrees, so not a bad deal. Heavy snow coming down since mid-afternoon, started about 1:30. Let's go to the Weather Channel snow stick and show you what we've had. And we're adding about an inch an hour, some pretty hefty snowfall over the past several hours. And we're now just a hair over 6 inches out here in Lowell. But if you're watching us from Boston, you're thinking, hey, it's not snowing here, it's pouring rain. And the reason is a little bit too much warm air getting in off the ocean. Temperature at Logan last check, 38 degrees. By the way, the airport is open. But, you know, if you open an airport and there are no planes, it doesn't matter. So many flights are canceled. 85% of this evening's flights have been canceled. So there's very little activity at Logan, except it's very windy, and it's a very cold, raw night in Boston. Out here in the suburbs, a lot of problems. Let me show you what it looked like before the sun went down around 4:30 this afternoon. Out here in the suburbs, we are northwest of downtown Boston, and you get beyond 128 out here to 495, and this is where the snow's been coming down. A lot of plows out. In fact, the state of Massachusetts has at least 3,200 pieces of equipment statewide getting the snow off the roads. Luckily in Boston and out on the Cape, it's mostly rain tonight. No rain, but all snow in Boston. A beautiful night in Central Park if you've got skis. Here's the latest from Jennifer Lopez. Hey, Jennifer.
Well, good evening, Mike, and hello, everyone. Things are quieting down here as far as the weather is concerned. The snow has come to an end for now. We may see a few more flurries come through, but no accumulation is expected. Hats off to the Sanitation Department of New York City, as well as the 5 bureaus in the tri-state area. They have done a tremendous job of helping to keep the roads clear. As we look across this area here along the western side of Central Park, the snowplows have been in full force, helping to clear the path so people can just get around and enjoy the wonderful snow coming down. Meanwhile, earlier today in Huntington Station, New York, in Long Island, a wedding was going on. You know, it is a Saturday, many people getting married. Well, this couple, the limo canceled. So guess what? The fire department stepped up. The Huntington Station, several fire stations around the area helped them find a vehicle to take them to the reception, as well as some of the guest of the wedding. So quite a little different note here in the Long Island area. At least the wedding got off to a good start. As far as the short straw or the long straw, I definitely think I got the long straw. This being my first major snow, I cannot think of any better place to see a wonderful snow than Central Park here in New York City. Warren?
All right, thanks very much, Jennifer Lopez and Mike Seidel out in the field. That's how things look outside. We're now joined by our winter weather expert, Paul Kosin. He's been following the storm since it began and before. How's the situation looking going into the future, Paul?
Well, I guess we're the weather wedding channel. It looks like the situation is going to be improving for a lot of areas in the Northeast, except as we get across New England. Low pressure system now in southern Connecticut will ride up across portions of Rhode Island and then up along the Massachusetts coastline. Heavy rain with strong winds, and there, if you watch with the wind gusts superimposed on here, you can see it briefly, a 61 mile per hour. So very strong easterly winds with rain, while heavy snows now occurring across portions of interior Massachusetts into southern New Hampshire. Very interesting little feature with a